your award-winning community station for 20 years. Online anywhere with the WQUN mobile app. AM 1220 WQUN Hamden, another service of Quinnipiac University.
There are some tornado warnings in parts of the upper corner of the state coming into the state from New York.
And just a quick hit, that area is all lit red. Like there's a lot of red, dark purple, light yellow, light green. That area is going to be severely impacted. So
we'll see what happens here. Mm-hmm. We'll keep right on top of it. So anything that happens, we'll let you know.
The National Weather Service in Upton, New York, has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern New London County, Fairfield County, Middlesex County, New Haven County. Hazard, 70 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Locations impacted include Bridgeport, New Haven, Waterbury, Norwalk, Danbury. This is an extremely dangerous situation. Seek shelter now inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows.
And here comes another warning in through the phones. Tornado warning in our area till 5:30 tonight. And we can see those storms coming in. So this is a
very
precarious situation we're in. Yep. And just stay inside. Bring the car in if you can into the garage. You may lose power because the lights are flickering off and on. Paul Pacelli, you've been taking some phone calls. We have some power outages in the area.
Yeah, we have some power outages in the area. I'm working on pulling up the information right now in a couple of seconds here. What I will say is if you look at if you can, if you're driving, obviously, be very careful. But a quick look at the radar right now, which is probably what everybody would want to see. The entire western half of the state is covered by some sort of precipitation, and it is heavy. I mean, it is dark red into purple, pretty much on the line from the city of New Haven up north into Hartford, up into Enfield. So everything to the left of that, if you can imagine, is heavy weather. To the right, the state is still clear, but that's going to change momentarily. So we have this massive line here of weather moving from the west to east, from left to right, if you can imagine it. And there's a big swath of red from New Haven all the way to the backside of the valley in Ansonia, and this carries all the way back to let's see, we're looking at maybe into Newtown and Brookfield and areas like that. So looks like we're into the heavy stuff here, Brian, for at least 30 minutes or 45 minutes here. About 11,500 people do not have power in the area, 5,800 in New Haven. So that's about 10% of New Haven is without power now. 5,800 once again in New Haven.
Yeah, I just got a call from one of our listeners. She just told me that this is what she just said. 20 trees reportedly down between Wallingford and North Haven along Route 15, the Wilbercross Parkway.
Oh, no kidding.
20 trees right now.
All right.
There is another line, not as intense, but there's another line of heavier rain in eastern New York and western Connecticut and the Danbury area making the move right now.
Sure, I can see that. As far as the line of storms go, once that secondary line goes through, a little more rain, heavy rain, then it should be over by about 9 o'clock tonight, I think.
Yeah, the estimates I've seen are 9 to 10, maybe 11 for a pop-up storm, but it looks like, at least for our area, we've dodged whatever's going to happen. However, power crews have to get out there and once again avoid Route 15, the Wilbercross Park.
Right.
A strong storm is making its way across the state. Tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings were reported across much of Connecticut this afternoon. Channel 3 reports a tornado warning was lifted a little over a half hour ago. More than 12,000 power outages were reported as well within the last hour. United Illuminating, which services much of the greater New Haven area, reported that over 11,000 customers are without power at this hour. No word yet on when that service will be restored.
7:32 at AM 1220 WQUN. Tuesday storm cost 2 people their lives, 1 person killed in Danbury and the other in New Fairfield. In Hamden, Public Works Director Craig Caesar says the damage in the northern part of the town is extensive, with broken telephone poles, uprooted trees, and debris in the roads.
Essentially, like from Gaylord Mountain, it came down across right near Public Works and then over toward Quinnipiac. It looks like that was the path of the storm right across the top. Because the southern end of town looks as if nothing ever happened. I mean, they got a lot of rain from what I hear. We haven't got much by way of any locations yet that have been issues down south. So we're fortunate for that.
Certain sections of North Haven were hit hard by the storm. First Selectman Mike Frieda tells us.
In the Clintonville Road section, Chapel Hill, Rimmon Road in that area was hit very hard, particularly in the western side of town. Hartford Turnpike, Kings Highway, parts of Ridge Road, Todd Drive South. For 1 hour, it was one of the most ferocious storms I've ever seen.
In Hamden, by the way, police tell us the following roads are closed. You really don't have a direct drive from northern Hamden into Cheshire or Bethany. Whitney Avenue closed, Gaylord Mountain, Shepherd Avenue, Brooksvale Avenue, Choate, Hamden Hills, Hillfield Road, Johnson Road, New Road, and Paradise Avenue. As for power outages, some 2,600 are still without power in Hamden, New Haven, 500 North Haven, some 1,000 people there. Northern Hamden suffered extensive damage from the storm that ripped through the western part of the state. Many roads in Hamden are closed today. Public Works Director Craig Caesar tells WQUN News.
The type of damage is the worst I've seen. There are utility poles that are just split. They're just broken from the wind. You know, there's trees that have just been uprooted, topped. They've been cut. They've been snapped in half. You know what I mean? From the tops, there's tree tops all over the place, so it just came ripping through. I mean, that the extent of the damage is the worst I've seen.
Caesar thinks it could be a couple of days before power is restored.
Your award-winning community station for 20 years. Online anywhere with the WQUN mobile app. AM 1220 WQUN Hamden, another service of Quinnipiac University.